Do you remember watching Dora growing up and she'd always say, seatbelt, so we can be safe? Yeah, she was not joking when she'd say that. Seatbelts are very important and often overlooked. Today we're going to talk about seatbelt safety, and you might be thinking, what does this even have to do with me? Well, it's more than likely every single person watching this video gets in a car multiple times a week. And also, according to science.com, 88% of Americans wear a seatbelt in the front seat, while only 58% of Americans wear a seatbelt in the back seat. I used to be one of those people who did not think I had to wear a seatbelt in the back seat. That was until I was in my car accident. My boyfriend had a seatbelt on. He didn't even get a scratch. Me, on the other hand, I did not have a seatbelt on. And because of that, I dislocated my ankle. My lip was hanging by a thread of skin. And also, I lost my front teeth. So today, we're going to talk about the importance of wearing a seatbelt, the dangers of not wearing a seatbelt, and also how to properly wear a seatbelt. You might get in a car and think, this person's a good driver. I don't need to buckle up. I'm safe. But no matter how safe you feel, you always need to buckle up because you never know what can happen to you. When you buckle up, there are many different mechanisms that go into keeping you safe in a car accident. There's a locking mechanism, which includes a ball that when a sudden stop happens, the ball jerks forward, causing the belt to tighten up. There is the crash tensioners, and that's what makes the belt tight around you in a collision. There are force limiters, which allows webs to spew out a little bit so you don't get a terrible injury to your chest. There are spreading forces, and that spreads the force across the stronger parts of your body, so not one single point of view is being affected by the collision. Deceleration allows the body to gradually slow down instead of a sudden stop, and because of that, it lessens the chance of a chest, neck, or spine injury. Car accidents truly happen at any time. When I was in mine, it was my mom driving. She'd been driving for 15 years with no sort of accident. And then, boom, one day we teed into a car. Each year, there are 5 to 6 million car accidents in the U.S., which estimates to 13 accidents every 60 seconds. There are many dangers of not wearing a seatbelt. According to an article from Springer.com in 2016, it was estimated that road collisions had killed 1.2 million people across the world. And it also caused further disabilities for 50 million people. And 50 to 80% of these deaths could have not happened if they had a seatbelt on. Not wearing a seatbelt creates a higher chance of being ejected from your vehicle. Occupants ejected from their vehicle in a non-rollover accident are 2 times likely to die. But an occupant that is ejected from a rollover accident are 4 times likely to die. According to IIH.org, even after a vehicle slows down or stops after a collision, the body continues to move at the speed the car was going until it catches up to what is in front of them. So, let's teach you how to properly wear a seatbelt so you don't become a part of these statistics. The lap belt needs to go across your thigh tightly. It should not go on your stomach. If it is on your stomach, it can cause injuries to your intestines if you are in a collision. Also, your belt should never be twisted. If your belt is twisted, it cannot properly protect you from being ejected from your vehicle. Your shoulder belt needs to go on your shoulder and your chest. That's it. It should never be on your face, and it should never be on your neck. That's just as dangerous as not wearing one, almost. And also, it should never be behind your shoulder or behind your back, because how is that going to help you not eject from your vehicle? Not wearing a seatbelt is putting your life at danger, and it's not worth the comfort. In conclusion, I hope you learned the importance of wearing, how important seatbelts are, and the dangers that come with not wearing one. So remember, the reasons seatbelts are important, the dangers of not wearing a seatbelt, and also how to properly wear a seatbelt. So are you going to listen to Dora and wear a seatbelt so you can be safe? Thank you.